when we're here. Well, guys, I don't really know how to start this video. This one's gonna be a little bit of a different video. It's not gonna be a monster hunting video. We're actually sitting down with Whisk today. We've been off a couple months because Whiskey, he's got a story to tell. I'll just say that. I don't really know how else to say this. I just popped up to his crib. Yeah, we're gonna see if he'll tell you guys his story. I don't think it's good, so let's just head in. Okay, Whisk, whenever you're ready.
All right. Go ahead. Well, this is one of the most traumatizing experiences of my entire life. But so a couple of weeks ago, I was out looking for one of our lost calves that we had out to pasture, and it was on a wooded section of my family's property towards the back end of the pasture. And when I was walking through there, I just had a real eerie feeling, like I wasn't out there alone. It was more than just me and the cattle out there. And so when I went into the woods to look for this calf, I looked around and just listened for a second to see if I could hear anything. And the first thing that I had noticed was that it was real quiet, like, and all the birds just went hush. Everything was silent, eerie silence. And all of a sudden I heard a sound, and it was a real weird sound, but it was really kind of quiet-like, but it sounded like when a guy would like yell at me when I was younger. And looking back on it now, I almost think that it's like it was like using that to try to like draw me in, like it was mimicking sounds that I was familiar with. I kind of just brushed it off and continued to look for the calf, and sure enough, I heard it, and it went off again. Same kind of sound, except for this time it seemed like it was a lot closer. So I went, and I kept going further, and I heard it another time. Each time I heard it, it kept getting closer and closer.
Sorry to cut you off, but you seem real shook up when you tell the story. Like, you don't, usually the viewers, I'm sure they know what I'm trying to say, but usually when you talk, you're really energetic and outgoing, and today you just seem more like honest.
Well, it's just kind of scary walking back through that whole thing again.
Like telling the story?
Yeah, I really just wanted to kind of forget about it and let it go. Walking back through it now, it's like I'm right back there again. Yeah.
So wasn't this kind of the inspiration of why you wanted to join the team?
Yeah, it was. That was the reason I reached out to you guys, and been going after stuff ever since.
Been going on for about a year.
Yeah, close to it. Oh, after I heard these noises, I went in and checked it out to see if maybe it was like my dad or my uncle or something out there. And the next time I heard it, I went and I was gonna look over, like, up towards the ridge, because I was getting close towards, there's a big ridge back there, and I was getting close towards that ridge.
So at this point you're still in the woods then looking for this calf?
Yeah, you know, the ridge out back, there's a big hill.
I've been back there once or twice.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I was kind of up, I was going up the ridge there to check kind of by the back corner. And I just heard it again thrashing around, like over in the bushes or something. It was close by. I thought maybe it was the calf, but as I kept going up, making my way up the ridge, I heard it again and again. But this last time I heard it, it sounded like it was coming from way up in the trees.
Oh, it was up in the trees?
Yeah, like the first couple times I heard thrashing, it was down on the ground in like the vegetation or whatever, so I assumed it was the calf, but then, so that's why I kept going, following it around. I kept making my way up there, and I peeked over the ridge, kind of like I was playing peekaboo with my grandma. And when I poked my head over, I just saw this giant, absolutely huge creature. It was definitely at all of like 8 foot, and it had to be close to 600-700 pounds.
Wow.
For sure. It was just
That's
huge.
enormous.
I was.
Wow, that's nothing we've ever run.
No, we've never seen anything that big.
It was.
I mean, the Wolfman was probably what, 450?
Yeah, he wasn't 7 foot tall though.
No, wolf man. He was only like 6.5 foot. He wasn't much taller than Rod when he was on his hind
Rod's all
legs.
6'7".
Yeah, I mean he might have been pushing 7 foot, but he was not like this thing. This thing had just a sheer size to it. It was beefy and built, kind of like bear.
Before or after the ball?
After the ball. The first thing that kind of came to my mind when I saw that thing was something that guy always told me. And he said, "Guy, don't be around with big feet. I mean, Bigfoot is what he meant." But
Is that quoted directly?
yeah, he did say big feet, but maybe that means there's more than one of them around.
There's 2 meanings to it. Big feet and big foot. Don't mess with either of them.
Yeah, don't mess with them. Yeah. Oh man, when I looked over that mountain of a hill, I locked eyes with that thing. And I'll tell you what, that put the fear of God right in me. When I locked eyes with that thing, it was, like I said, that thing was 8 foot and all of like 800-900 pounds. After I'd locked eyes with it, the thing like flew down, like almost kind of like, yeah, just levitated almost down to the ground.
My golly.
It was like,
This thing's got superpower.
it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Like, I mean, it hit the ground hard because it was heavy, but like, you would have thought something dropping from that high would have been like, as that thing landed and it got to the base of that tree, I just heard a bunch of stick breaking and all sorts of stuff. I knew that thing was like coming for me. So I left the calf. I think its name was Annabelle. I left that thing out there. I didn't even bother looking for it anymore. I sprinted back down to the rig and headed for home.
Did you ever hear anything else when you were running away, or?
I didn't stop to look, hear, think, hardly breathe.
You just full adrenaline rush, just ran right out of there.
I got out of there fast.
So the reason Whiskey's telling his story now is because we've been off for a month or two, and he's been having nightmares and flashbacks with this. So when something like this happens, it's real. It affects everyone.
Yeah, it sticks with you forever.
I won't ever forget that day. I think about it every single day.
We can't go out there and hunt these Bigfoots if the whole team's not right. So it's difficult. Now we've got bear.
It's been really difficult with Bear. Things have been so difficult for him, he shipped out, flew away all the way out to Montana to go on a hunting trip.
Can't blame him, sounds like a good time to me, but.
I mean, yeah, whatever he's got to do. But hopefully, yeah, we'll be getting everybody back together here. I've
Have the nightmares stopped since, or every now and then they happen still?
yeah, like every now and then, like specifically like nights either before we go on hunts or nights after we've been on hunts.
And it sort of kicks that memory back up.
Yeah. Just the rush of going after something. I only saw the one.
Your neighbors ever have any encounters?
Well, I talked to all
Like it's all a lot of Amish up there.
yeah, the Amish don't really communicate much with us.
Paul, he saw something one time.
Yeah, he did. But it's
Up
actually
in that same chunk of woods.
yeah, but it's actually odd that you say that, Rod, because the place that has the woods there that like borders ours has had like 4 different owners over
Course of 3 years.
no,
See?
not quite that far, but probably 10.
Maybe there's something going on there.
It's yeah,
I have to get some permission to go up in there.
it's really weird around. Yeah, this one's personal to me, so I want to be a part of every aspect of it.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
So,
His neighbors, he should be involved. He's been on edge this whole time. Nervous, rocking back
You
and
guys
forth.
can't tell, but he's got a piece under that seat of his. I saw him when I walked in.
I'm a little on edge right now.
Looks like your chair's on its last legs.
This is the comfiest chair you'll ever sit in. This is my
It's
comfort
a man's best chair.
Yeah, this is my comfort chair.
Tell
Oh
the
yeah,
If anybody has anything for us to go after, or
yeah.
get a hold of us.
We're definitely open to moving around, doing some traveling, and
Anywhere within reason.
yeah. I mean, we're not gonna.
We're not going out of state.
We're not going like to Oregon or anything like that. But
Well, we could go maybe West Virginia, down there.
I'd be open to going down to Florida and looking for like the swamp monster or something. But no, I mean anything kind of within the local area would be interested in. But we're gonna hopefully focus on this one for now. But
Get something figured out.
yeah. Just make sure you guys like and subscribe, and like Rod said, leave some comments for us, and we'll do our best to get back to you. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week.